So after a couple of weeks in hotels, it must be great to get back to Leicester playing your club rugby.
Yeah, we've got a first game this weekend against Quins, and obviously I was in camp with a fair few of those boys. But no, it's just nice to be out and about, training again. I've had a few weeks on my backside, so yeah, raring to go.
As you mentioned there, Harlequins, big game, and then into Europe. Pretty exciting time up to Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an exciting place to be at the moment. Obviously, the club we're on a decent run, so hopefully take that form into Europe.
Yeah, you mentioned that run is 10 unbeaten. Why is it so good? What can you put that down to? Like, is the atmosphere brilliant? And obviously the play is, but
No, we obviously had a lot of hardship in the last few years. Change of coaches, obviously. Different players coming in, different environment, just a good vibe, mate. And I guess it's just momentum.
yeah. And you as captain, how much are you enjoying that?
Yeah, that's what it's all down to, actually. No, I'm enjoying it, mate. It's a bit of a different one for me. But I've got such good leaders around me that you're just in second gear, really. They help you out so much. You don't really have to think about it.
When you say it's different for you, is it just, in what way do you mean that, Alice?
Just a bit more talking, a bit more press,
Yeah.
stuff like that. But not massively. Like I still talk to the boys the same off the pitch, just on the pitch doing the coin toss and that sort of stuff, mate. So yeah, it's not massively different.
And Bordeaux and Connacht. Bordeaux have obviously been pretty good last year. They get to the semi-final. It's going to be a big test for you guys, isn't it?
Yeah, watch that game. They get a red card in that game.
Yes, they did, and then it was in France, wasn't it? Yeah, just lose.
No, they're a brilliant outfit, mate. I played against their tight head, Ban Tamofina, in the autumn just gone. So I had a catch up with him. He's a lovely bloke, great player. No, they're obviously of high quality, mate. So we'll have to roll our sleeves up for that one.
And then Connacht, you obviously beat them last year. Challenge. Fancy doing them again at the sports ground?
Yeah, I'll give it a go. Obviously, another great team, and the thing is that not that we struggle with, I guess, but the different challenges. Obviously, the teams that play in leagues that we don't play in week out. We've got a lot of statistics from the other leagues, and the kick meters are all different, and the running meters are higher, and the stuff like that. So it's interesting, mate. But we just got to adapt and put our game to make it come to fruition.
Is there still a bit of hurt from that final in the challenge last year, else?
If I'm being brutally honest with you, mate, I haven't thought about it much since, because not that we were shocked to get there, but like we probably weren't expected to do so well. And I think like we threw everything at that game. A few silly penalties let us down in the end, as you know, because it was a very, very tight game. But they're a great outfit, mate. They're no mugs at all. And I think they played very well on the day. Obviously, French teams traditionally don't travel very well, but they travelled quite well that day. So they were well-deserved winners. And obviously, we've got another opportunity to compete in Europe this year that we're looking forward to.
And you've got plenty of youngsters there. Dan Kelly, Freddie Stewart, Nick Dolly, to name a few. I'm sure there's plenty others in there. Academy pretty good, or is it just the competition for pace is so good at Leicester?
Half and half. I think the academy system's always been strong at Leicester. I don't know how much you know about the Academy League, but they've always dominated it very convincingly. Won back-to-back academy titles in Freddie Stewart and those boys' years. So, yeah, they're sharp players, mate. And like as you said, there's so many other names that are just pushing for places each week and training. And the good thing about playing well as a team is that everyone wants to be involved. So it just makes training that much better.
And just if we look at the Champions Cup, obviously for Leicester, early 2000s, back to back. And then since then, if I'm right, you haven't won a trophy maybe since 2017. Like, you must be itching to, especially if you're being captain, lift some silverware at the end of the season if you can.
Yeah, definitely. No, 100%. The thing is about rugby is it's brilliant having a good environment off the pitch, lovely, loads of mates, enjoy your rugby and stuff. But if you don't win anything, people don't really remember it. You know what I mean? That's when your best memories come. So the stuff that I've won with England, like the Six Nations and the Autumn Nations Cup, those sort of things, you remember that. You remember you get the medal and all that sort of stuff. Obviously, you came second in the World Cup, got a medal for that. But yeah, like you said, I've only had one trophy since I've been at Leicester. We've probably struggled, to be honest, in those competitions for a few years. So yeah, but now we're doing okay and we've got an opportunity to compete.
And do you talk about that throughout the week or at all at the start of the season about winning trophies, or is it literally, as you said?
Sorry. I thought you were going to ask about the trophies won in the past. No, mate, we, of course, every team speaks about winning, right? And every team wants to win the Premiership, wants to win the top 14 and and ultimately Europe, like Exeter Chiefs done a double, Sarri's done a double, Tigers done it in the past, but no, we don't. Our thing, sorry, but then our thing that we focus on is just ourselves. I know it sounds so cliche, and you probably think I'm just giving you a Chris Backer answer, but we just totally focus on ourselves and go week to week, and it's working for us at the moment. So hopefully, as I said, we can take that into Europe.
But when you're in England camp, for example, and a couple of players have won stuff with clubs, are you like, geez, I wish that was me as well?
Like, so when we have a summer tour and the boys are obviously playing in the Prem finals, then they meet up with us and they've obviously got like loads of memories. They've been out on the pitch for a few days and like they've just got loads to talk about and that sort of stuff. And obviously we had some real tough finishes and then we went away to the summer tour. You're a little bit bitter and you think, God, I'd love to be a part of that, but like, I'd want to be a part of it with my team, not their team, if that makes sense. I'm not like, I wish I was a part of that. But it's, look, we're a long way off of even competing in the Premiership yet. For a top spot. I know we're top of the league, but a lot can change very quickly. So I guess for us boys, again, a bit of a cliche, it's just about staying grounded and taking it week by week.
And this coaching group under Steve, Kevin, and a few others there, how good's that? How do you like working with them all?
Yeah, I love it. Matt Smith and Brett Deacon, obviously 100 odd games each for the club. Smithy 228. So there's a lot of diehard Leicester and that, you know, and that they know how much it means to play in these competitions, which is always helpful. I actually played my debut in Europe with Smithy away at Racing. So yeah, they know the emotions and the feelings, especially being at Welford Road. Obviously we're in Bordeaux first, but those fixtures and how much it means to play a European game, it's like no other. Europeans just got a different smell in the air, you know, like especially in the winter when it gets dark early. Yeah, it's lovely with the floodlights on and that. So the coaching team's been amazing. Sorry, I drifted off the question. The coaching team's been brilliant. Steve's obviously he's probably the best coach technically that I've worked with to date. Kevin, he's just a powerful man.
Yeah.
Not just physically, obviously doing that running stuff, but just the way he speaks. He speaks with such endeavour and emotion that it just sort of fixates you, and you're drawn into him like a moth to the light bulb, I guess. Like that's how well he speaks. And to be honest, defence, you can get all your technical stuff right, but if someone don't want to make a tackle, then you're probably not going to do too well. So he plays on the heartstrings quite a lot, and that resonates with me.
And you yourself, I think you're only 26, hopefully, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
How much better have you got to give to Leicester Tigers and in general for England as well?
I think I'm nowhere near my best yet. Personally, I think I've got my best rugby ahead of me. Even recently, like I've been watching a few different sports like the NFL, seeing the way those guys move off the ball and that, and I really want to add a few different things to my game. So it's exciting for me. I've got loads to learn, but I'm enjoying my rugby at the moment, and long may it continue.
And finally, if we are to see Leicester at the top table this year, and May or wherever it is, what do you think you have to get right, or how good, or how far do you have to go to get there?
Yeah, I don't know how far we've got to go, but there's definitely a lot that we work on week to week. Like I said, again, sorry to repeat it, but we do just go week to week and take on each week as it comes. So each week is a different challenge in terms of maybe we got our line out D wrong, or maybe we got our maul wrong. So we just tackle that each week and try to get better with that each time we take the field.
Brilliant. Thanks so much for your time, Ellis.
Top man, Stuart. Thanks, mate.